Okay, people, hi there. I am ready to solve some of the exercises in the exam so as to make it easier for you to understand how to solve these type of exercises. I'm talking about the very first one, the one related with the isomers. So check it out. We were given a compound with 6 carbon atoms, 7 hydrogens, 2 oxygens, and a fluoride. Just seeing the relationship in between the carbons and the hydrogens, we know that this compound has got to be very, very unsaturated. And you are being told that you need this molecule to have a carboxyl group. So let's start first by placing the carboxyl group, and then we will add the hydrogens, checking out the unsaturations that we needed to have for this compound. My 6 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my carboxyl, sorry, let's make this look a little nicer, my oxygen and my OH. So I've got my carboxyl. I'm going to also add the fluorine on whatever carbon atom along the structure. I'm placing it right here. If I was checking the general formula for alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes, if you still remember that, for a molecule containing 6 carbon atoms, if this was to be an alkane, 6 by 2 plus 2, you would be needing to have 14 hydrogens if this was an alkane. But I only have 7 hydrogens in my structure. So in order to unsaturate the compound, I need this to be possibly an alkene. If it was meant to be an alkene, 6 by 2, you would be needing to have 12 hydrogens. It's still more unsaturated. So I'm adding, let's see, like 2 more double bonds into my structure. Let's put it like this and like this. I could very well be making this be a structure with a triple bond. But if I see what they're asking me to do in the rest of the exercises, and they're asking me to give a geometric isomer, I'm going to be needing my molecule to have double bonds. So then, let's see if with these unsaturations, I've made it to only have 7 hydrogens. 3 here, CH3, 1 here, 4, 5, 6, 7 hydrogens. So my structure is going to be having 2 double bonds and the double bond that I need for the carboxylic group. And by means of this, yes, of course, with some practice, it is that you make this in such an easy manner. I know that my molecule is something like this. You might have a sketch out anything else, but interesting to see that by having built this particular structure, it's going to be real easy for me to sketch the functional group isomer and to sketch the geometric isomer. Let me show you how, but let me first erase this so that my screen will not be having all these many things. Let's give a name to this compound. Carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is going to be a 2 fluoro, 2, 4, 2, 4. It's an hexa, 6 carbon atoms, hexa, D, N, oic acid. Hexa, 6 carbon atoms, 2 ins in the structure, and at the same time, you're making this compound be an oic acid. You get the idea? I'm saying it's gonna be real easy for me to build out from this hexadenoic acid an isomer with a different functional group. You can do several changes, but really, really easy. I'm gonna be keeping my oic and keeping my fluoro right where they are. Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms. I have my carboxyl group over there. I still have my fluoro over here. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to change these 2 ins for an I on whatever position. I'm completing my tetravalencies. 3, 4, 5. What did I do wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, this is a fluorine. Sorry. This fluorine cannot belong into here. Sorry, this would be a 5 carbon atoms there. So let me erase the fluorine from here. I'm completing. Sorry. Let me round it up. CHF. 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hydrogens, 2 oxygens, my fluorine. The name for this compound, as compared to the first name, it's still a 2 fluoro. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 3X, 6 carbon atoms, ine, triple bond, xine, oic, sorry, we don't need this E, xine, xine, oic acid. And you have the functional group isomer, this one being an in, this one being an I. Interesting. Check it out, people. You have to read the complete exercise. If you do not read all of the things that you asked to do for the very same compound, you build whatever, which makes it more complicated for you to be thinking out of the possible isomers. Now then, I'm erasing this hexanoic acid. I'm keeping my first structure with my 2 ins. And now I'm going to be sketching out my geometric isomer. So follow. Let me erase this structure of the ine that I don't need anymore. I need a double bond. I'm going to be using, I could be using any of the 2. I could be using any of the 2 double bonds in my structure. I'm using this one because I want to. I could use any one of the 2. Okay. Carbon 5 and carbon 4, according to these, have their double bond. This carbon 5 is attached to a hydrogen and to a CH3. This carbon 4 is attached to a hydrogen And to the rest of my chain, being a CH, double bond, C, F, C, O, OH. 3 hydrogens, 4, 5, 6, 7 hydrogens, 2 oxygens, my flora. Let's give a name to this compound. If you check it out, it's going to be the very same name. Now let me erase this one down here. It's going to be the very same name as for my first compound, because I did no changes into the structure. The only thing that I did was to sketch it out in the manner that you might be seeing that it's really either a cis or a trans isomer, because I left the hydrogens, which are the simple branches or the simple R's, if we were to consider the hydrogens as R's, if I left them facing upwards, this is a cis compound. And as I'm saying, the only thing that I needed to add into my structure is the cis, because as for the rest, it's still a 2 fluoro, just like up here, 2 fluoro. It's still a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's still a 2, 4, 2, 4 hexa, because it's a 6 carbon atom structure. DN, oic acid. And as you can see, really in a very, very simple manner, because I was being focused and I read the whole exercise before starting to solve it, I was able to see that by having sketched this first structure as one of the many possibilities, out of it I was able to build not only the functional isomer, but also my cis or trans geometric isomer. And that's it. As easy as that, as a manner of solving the first exercise.